Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel MiTutorials. In this tutorial I'm quite excited to show you the new Power BI button slicer which Microsoft has introduced in its latest release, which is November 2023. Make sure you download the new Power BI desktop file to explore this particular update. Now this is the new Power BI button slicer which comes with a whole lot of options which you can play around with and customize it based on your requirements. Now the previous or the old slicer that we had, it was pretty outdated and I personally had to use some of the third-party visuals to sort of use the slicer, because in this particular slicer over here I could not even change the background color of the selected item. And now with the new Power BI button slicer, it is not only modern looking but it's also easier to set up and get going. In this tutorial I'm going to deep dive into the Power BI button slicer. I'm going to show you how to recreate the slicer that you see here on the screen. So without further ado, let's get started with this tutorial. So let me show you the data set that I have over here. So I just visited the Dell's website and brought in some of the information which they have under the leadership team, and I have their leader's name over here, their designation, and a link to their picture. So that is what I have here. So let's get started. And now let's go ahead and add the new slicer over here. So you will see a new icon. Let's click on that particular icon over here. The slicer gets added. I'm going to come back to my data tab and choose the leader column over here. So you will see all the leader names appearing over here. So let's get into the format section of the button slicer and make some changes to this. So first of all, this size and style, you can change the height, width, lock aspect ratio and all of that over here. I'm not going to make any changes here into the size and style. Title here, if you want to have a title, you can have. For now, I'm going to turn off the title. Let's go to the slicer settings. You have the single select on or the show select all options over here. So let's turn on the show select all option, and then under shape you can choose the shape that you want of your slicer. For example, we have rectangle over here, we have rounded rectangle, and you can also choose the number of pixels that you want the rounded corners for. So for example, I'm going to choose about 15 pixels, and there's also an option where it says customize style, just like how we have seen in the cards visual. It is something similar to that. It lets you customize the corners of the rectangle. For now, I'm going to just stick to rounded rectangle and turn off the customize style and stay at 15 pixels over here. Let me collapse the slicer settings shape, and then let's head over to the layout. Here is where you get to choose how many rows and columns you want to display. In this case, let's go ahead with just one column and maybe about 5 rows. So let's stick to this, and then we can make changes as and when we move ahead. And then there's also space between the cards. So the space that you see here between the cards, if I increase the space over here, you will see a bigger space. And then for now, let's stick with 5 pixels. Let's head over to the overflow. This is where you can choose whether you want to continuously roll like what you see over here. Since I have more than 5 leaders names over here, I will have to scroll down. Or you can also choose the paginated option where you have a little arrow over here. When you click on that, you will be able to go to the next page to be able to see the leaders that are there on that particular page. And then you can see an up arrow over here as well. For now, let's stick with continuous roll. There's also the overflow direction here. Either you want to choose vertical or horizontal. If you choose horizontal, you will have to scroll towards right to look at the other leaders. And likewise, if I choose horizontal, I just have to scroll down. So let's stick with vertical for now. I'm going to collapse the overflow and the layout as well. Call out values. Now these are the values here which will have to be changed based on the state of the selection. For example, right now it is set at default, and you can change the values that appear over here. For example, if I can change the color here to yellow, and all of the values color here will change to yellow. For now, let's stick with black. Let's change the alignment to center. And then we have label over here. So this is where I can add in more information that I want to display here beneath their names. So in this case, I want to display their designation. So I can choose the field that I want to display over here. I have the designation field over here. I can choose that to display. I can also change the font, their color, transparency, the position where you want to display. For example, you can also display that above over here. Let's stick with below for now. And then you can choose the spacing over here that you want between the main text as well as the label over here. Let's stick with 5 for now. And then let's head over to the next option, which is images. So this is where you will be able to add images to your slicer. So I'm gonna choose the default option over here, and then when I get to the image section over here, I can click on add data, and then under leadership team I have a column which contains the link to their pictures. So I'm gonna choose the link over here. And then I can choose the fit option, image fit option. There are 3 options to choose from. I have normal, fit and fill. Let's go ahead with normal and see how that looks. And there's also an option where you want that particular picture to appear. In this case, there is left, right, top and bottom. I'm going to choose as left over here, or you can also choose right. In this case, let's go ahead with right. And you can also change the various options over here. For example, you can again come back to image fit. You can choose the image fit options here based on your requirements and your picture size. So for now, I'm gonna just go ahead with normal over here. And then there are other options to choose from. I can have the transparency from 0 to 100%. There's saturation available as well. There's also blur option that is available. You can also set that as a background itself. The entire image here will appear as a background, and then if you change this to fill, that basically the entire image will fill. So for now, I'm gonna turn off the background and set the image fit to normal. And let's scroll down. We already saw the position of the pictures. You can also choose the image area size. For now, it's set at 50%. You can also decrease or increase the size of the image area size. So if I increase or decrease the size over here, the picture gets slightly bigger. So let's stick to about 35%. And then the last option over here, which is buttons, you can choose to display accent bar or glow, shadows and things like that. So now let's go back and to our images section over here. So on the default section, what the settings that I have changed to sort of achieve this, when it is in the default state, you see that the pictures are desaturated, and when I hover over them, the image gets saturated, and when you select them, the color changes of the background and along with the accent bar over here. So we will just recreate this here in our slicer. So what I'll do here is I'm going to come back to images, select the state as default, and I'm going to decrease the saturation to about 50 or 60%. And now I'm going to go back to the state over here and choose hover. And now I'm going to increase the saturation to 100%. So what this does is when I hover over the particular slicer button over here, the image turns 100% saturated. And now let's change the state over here to selected. And when I select any of the slicer or a button over here, I want the saturation to go up 100%. So if I click on one of the button over here, you see that the image is fully saturated now. And I can also choose to have a background in this case, but I don't want to do that. I'm going to go back to buttons over here and make sure that the apply setting state is selected, and I don't want to have any borders, and I want to change the fill. Instead of having a black color, I want to have the color that I have used on my previous slicer, and I have increased the transparency to about 30% or 25%. And then I can scroll down. If you want to have accent bar, you can do that. I can just add the accent bar over here. Position left, color, I have added this particular accent bar over here. I've also increased the size to about 10 pixels. Probably I'm going to increase this width to about 15 so that it's clearly visible. You can also add shadows to your buttons over here. So when you turn on the shadow, and then let's go inside over here and change the offset to inside, and you can change the position as well. Let's change this to center. And now when I turn off and turn on, you see very little subtle effect that is happening within that particular button over here. And now you can see that how nice, clean and modern this particular slicer looks. All of the images looks desaturated, and when you hover over them, you see that the image gets saturated. It creates that website if kind of an hover effect, and when you select them, the background color changes of your choice. Earlier we did not have the option to choose even the background color, but now we have this. I think the new Power BI button slicer looks really cool, and massive shout out to the Power BI team who's working constantly to bring us new updates and improve our user experience. And this is just the beginning of what we are going to see in the future. There are many updates that are going to come. So stay tuned to my channel so that you don't miss out on any of the updates. So that's it guys in this particular tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. You learned something new today. Please consider subscribing to my channel for more such tutorials.